I am above your position. Now. I shall send now. I don't understand. What would you rather I did? Good thing I arrived when I did. I was keeping the ship at a safe distance. I am just following standard Jedi mission protocol. Nonetheless, I have my programming. That is the job of a Jedi Padawan learner, which I am not. The map. How did you get her to tell the truth? Come in, Home One. This is Fulcrum. Over. Perhaps one of them was once a Jedi. We cannot show you the map. The device is locked, and the key to activating it has eluded me. Greetings, Sabine Wren. Oh yes, and still 75% original parts. Well then, I'll be on the ship. Lady Tano, I have an update. I see the two of you are getting reacquainted. As you requested, I have run an analysis on the lightsabers. The image was corrupted, but using my extensive database, I was able to reconstruct the details of the two hilts. They are quite elegant, with several classic design motifs. Patience. This is where it gets interesting. The construction and overall design are executed exactly the way I taught younglings to build a lightsaber at the temple. Yes. However, this one I do not recognize. But this one, in the last 500 years, I've only known one student who built a saber such as this. Baylan Skoll. He disappeared at the end of the Clone Wars. Like so many Jedi. That would be my assumption. If both trained in the Jedi arts, they will be formidable adversaries. For you alone. Of course, you may not be alone for much longer. All clearly, according to Lady Wren. We have a problem. She's at the old communications tower. I see them. Its memory core stays partially active even after termination. And find out where it came from. Very clever. Explode. Perhaps we should perform this operation somewhere else, because you're a hologram. The circuit temperature is rising. It's overheating. Switch it off. We're out of time. I'm pulling the plug. I heard your repairs were complete. I see you still have your lightsaber. True, he constructed it, and by all accounts it served him well. Then he passed it on to you. You have since made your own modifications. So it is now your lightsaber. Have you kept up with your training? Well, perhaps it is time to begin again. Really? Explain. That is an excuse. And a poor one. The past is the past. Move forward. Irrelevant. General Syndulla thought your insights would be valuable, and Lady Tano agreed. To be fair, you have never indicated that you want to come back. Logical. That much is true. I have known many Padawans over the centuries, and I can safely say your aptitude for the Force would fall short of them all. The only time you are wasting is your own. I have just received a transmission from General Syndulla. It appears the transport was traced to the Denab system. It has remained in orbit around the planet Cetos. Calculations are complete. You may proceed. Gaiki. Kire. Kise. Kire. Gaiki. Kise. Set. Kire. Kise. Gaiki. Kise. Kire, Gaiki, Gaiki, set, Yoki, Yate. Not bad, but not good, obviously. Barely. Oh no. I'm not certain Lady Wren is ready for that technique. It's true. Agree? No, not yet. So, what do you think of our progress? You both knew this wouldn't be easy. I only spoke the truth. The Jedi Order would not have accepted her. She is not an acceptable candidate. Standards which were proven over a millennia. You realize, historically, there have been very few Mandalorians who ever became a Jedi. Well, I suppose you do come from a long line of non-traditional Jedi. In that way, she fits right in. We've entered the Denab system. All comm transmissions are being jammed. Standard Jedi mission protocol when approaching an unknown situation, in order to avoid enemy surveillance in any case. My last scan indicates the transport was in orbit on the far side of the planet. However, there also seems to be a second object, something much larger. Negative. Whatever it is has a signature which is unknown to me. I am tracking 2 squadrons of 3 crafts. On the object, no. However, I have several thoughts on everything else. The way you're both acting, there won't be a later. We should be able to make visual confirmation now. If I had to guess, I would say it is some sort of hyperspace ring. Just keep the ship steady while I attempt to run my scan. I am starting to receive data. How interesting. I would never have... Not yet. See if you can get a little closer. Closer, please. Steady, steady. This is intolerable. Just a moment. Just a moment. Scan complete. Scan complete. Oh, took my battery back up a while to cycle, I suppose. What did I miss? Ah, yes, standard operating procedure. I protest. I have a lot of work to do. I suppose that's true. Thank you. Indeed. The good news is the enemy vessel is still under construction and not yet complete. There are 6 hyperdrive engines in place, with the final one being set into position. Yes, but I have never seen one built on this scale before. A craft with these power levels and configuration would be capable of a hyperspace jump of astonishing speed and distance. Theoretically, if one knew the coordinates and navigation, yes, I believe it could. The Jedi archives speak of intergalactic hyperspace lanes between galaxies, which used to follow the migration paths of star whales named Purgle. Really? When? Affirmative. I will try to cannibalize some wiring from the secondary motivator and see if I can rewire the transmitter. Outside. Is everything all right? And one more. There. Finally, some progress. Help! 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 Well, that will. Well, that will set me back a bit. Of course. May I make one request of you both? Stay together. You always did better that way, in my opinion. Oh, very good. You'll thank me. Yes, 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 affirmative. This is Fulcrum. We are down on the surface of Cetos. Repeat, we are down. Can you send assistance? Over. Lady Wren, I have completed repairs on the engines. Lady Wren? Sabine, are you there? Lady Tano? Ahsoka! I told them to stay together, but they never listen. They never listen. No, I'm afraid the map is broken beyond repair. Wherever their destination was, we have no hope of following. Unless the one thing answers the other. Every minute that passes without finding them here, the alternative becomes less desirable. Right away. Jason has abilities. His father, Kanan Jarrus, was a Jedi. Luckily, the New Republic is only a short transmission away. I was surprised they changed their mind and approved your mission. I see. So this mission is unauthorized. You do things your way because you care. This is why people like you. Well, no. Normally, no. Always. Especially with Lady Tano. So was her master. Intense. Oh, wonderful. Welcome back, Lady Tano. One rotation. However, you might have been lost for good, if not for Jason. With his mother and a squadron of X-Wings. All unauthorized, of course. No, we have not found her. We were hoping you could explain what happened. Come along, I'll show you the training room. No. Yes. No. Yes, I would like to second that. Up ahead, I think that is one of the larger ones. All right. But you best come back inside. You're certain they know where Sabine was taken? What? It could go anywhere. Intergalactic travel within a star whale. Now I really have done it all. Ah, yes. History of the Galaxy Parts 1, 2, and 3. I still have those stories in my archive memory. Would you like to hear one? Perhaps you have a story for me, which is impossible. Well, that is troubling. And no, Ezra, the Force provides you with insight, but it does not give one all the answers. Perhaps, for Sabine, it was the only choice. That is your fear. Very well. A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away. Very thoughtful. I never realized. I think the whales may be reaching the end of their journey. According to my instruments, their speed is decreasing. And how do you propose we do that? If we have indeed traveled to another galaxy, our star charts will be useless. Direct and to the point, as always. I would point out that you are assuming the star whales have brought us to the correct galaxy, let alone the same system, or even the same planet where Lady Wren was taken. No, in fact, they're terrible, astronomically terrible. I did, but you never... The worst part is, I hope you are right. This is it. We are exiting hyperspace now. Initiating scan. I'm picking up a lot of interference. I am detecting multiple objects in our path. Perhaps we are safer in here. It's an Imperial minefield deployed around the arrival point. Head towards the planet. The field eventually terminates. At least the whales are providing some cover. I was being optimistic. We are almost through, and we are clear. Well, we found the enemy. Multiple fighters are closing. I would not recommend that. I can't find an opening. The field is too dense. There is nothing on the scope. The fighters gave up their pursuit, and I can see why. We're going to get pulverized if we stay out here much longer. I do not like this. How did they anticipate our arrival? Then the enemy has already found him. I will run a scan to see if I can locate Lady Wren. Nothing. I cannot locate Lady Wren. Either my scans are being jammed, or there is too much debris. Shall I try again? Do you think your bond is that strong? They found us! Wonderful. So, on our way! We cannot land while under attack. Standard Jedi mission protocol states. Oh, not this again. Yes, of course. Just remember what happened last time. And didn't I feel terrible? Copy. Well, they're all back together. I hope I survive long enough to see the outcome. Not going to work? What are you talking about? Now look here, I've been teaching younglings how to construct lightsabers longer than you've been alive. This is not something you can rush through haphazardly. Stop that! Everything in here is organized. I have a system. You, sir, have a method. Not a system or anything resembling a process. Who taught you how to build a lightsaber anyway? Is that so? And I taught him how to build a lightsaber. Of course. Now it all makes sense. I told you, I taught almost every youngling at the Jedi Temple, including your master. Clever boy Caleb was, very curious. A little shy, perhaps. Well, who can blame him? Those were troubling times. Old enough to know that the relationship between a master and an apprentice is as challenging as it is meaningful. I had two of those. Kanan took the one, the other I held on to in case he ever needed it. It is proper that you should have it. Looks like you were a good student. Ahsoka became afraid that Sabine was training as a Jedi for the wrong reasons after what happened on Mandalore. At the end of the war, the Empire purged the entire surface of the planet, killing hundreds of thousands. We're all lost, sadly. At the time, Ahsoka felt that if Sabine unlocked her potential, she would become dangerous. We've lost the stabilizer. You'll only get a short burst out of the engines that way. May the Force be with you. I'm doing the best I can, however, I cannot promise anything. Do not wait for me. Copy that. I am diverting all power to the engines. Now.